Hello, Katja here, and today I will create a grungy mixed media tag, and I make it on like cardboard. I will start with the Finnabair-Sand Paste. It's a texture paste and it's like crispy, sandy effect. And I take the silicone spatula and simply add it on the cardboard. This is a really fine textured cardboard, not so big textured, but I want to add even more texture to this, and the texture paste is really fine texture. And always remember to dry every paste before you take the next one. Yes, now I have the amazing stencil machinery from Finnabair's latest release, and I have the light paste in the stencil. You can use modeling paste or something else. That's totally okay. Yeah, and I'm removing it and a little bit on the edges. When it's dry, I will paint everything with the black heavy gesso. It's a primer and I want to add even more colors. And I want to make it darker and grungy. That's why I will paint it with black heavy gesso. It doesn't need to be perfect because I will add like more color on the top. But anyway, it will add all over it. Now for the next gesso, and you can use acrylic paint if you like also, but I'm using the gesso and I will dry brush and not have too much paste, big brush strokes and have too much paint. You see, I'm very light-handed and I dry brush the pattern so I get the texture shown better. And I can be a little bit sorry because perhaps the finished tag, the texture doesn't show so much. I'm simply covering everything. But anyway, I know the beautiful pattern is there. So I should have done the pattern more outside the edges, but it's not a problem. Now it's time for my favorite paints, the liquid acrylic paint. I love them because they are liquid and so easy to apply. Now I push the big brush uh, in the bottle and paint everything, and it will be the darkness underneath and the color stick on the white heavy gesso. And I just love this technique. It's so easy to use. And I heat and to let everything dry before the next color. I use the color burnt sienna, and basically I'm adding the burnt sienna on the edges. It's my kind of like framing my project. So little bit, not too much, but that can always change during the process. And like heat drying everything. While my color is drying up, I will paint all my beautiful molds. I have like the machinery, the rusty frames and rusty pipelines, a lot of embellishments, and I love just molds, and these are I have done with resin. When everything is dry, my tag and my black painted molds, it's time for gluing. And this process is taking a lot of time, and I'm using the 3D matte gel, and here I try to organize my pipelines because I want to do some kind of frames here too, and I'm like doing some kind of plan, and I start a big blob of 3D gloss gel, and I love the gel because if you change your mind, you can move them before it's completely dry. And that what is good with the also with gels, that it stay when it's dry and it's hold, it stick perfectly. Even if you want to send something, ship something to your friend, if you use the heat gun, it will not stick forever, but with the gels, oh, it stick. So please give a thumbs up and let me know what you think about the project. I will be happy if you want to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment and share it with your friends. We'd be so happy, and it helps the channel. So if you have any questions more, and for you who look at me at the first time, I'm Katja from Sweden, and I'm one of Finnabair's designer, and that's why I'm using so much Finna products. And that's because I really enjoy working with Finnabair products because they are so easy to use and there are so many possibilities with everything. Okay, back to the project. You see me, I'm having like gel outside the my molds, and I don't mind it too much because it will dry mostly clear, but I always have when I'm doing this kind of grungy projects, uh, some kind of solution for it. But you can also take like a dry brush and like wipe it off directly or afterwards. But I like to leave a little bit of the grunginess because I really enjoy texture or glitter or grunginess, everything like a sandy, grungy effect on these places. And you see me, I have still some gloss uh, left. And now I'm adding like little bit sparkle where I have 3D gloss gel, and the sparkle give a little bit sparkly effect, but also a little bit fine texture. Now I have give more light for my stream because it was so dark, and I want you to see what's going on my table. Let me know what you think about it. Now it's time to do the same technique again, and I really love the dry brushing, and I must do like a black and white project because I think this also, when you add like the white heavy gesso, that looks incredible, amazing already. So a reminder for using white or some other color to do the dry brushing. You must give me the reminder and I must do a video about that. Look how incredible the things, the pattern and the products show. Yes, I must do even like a spooky project, but also some grunginess. And remember to dry between the next layer. A lot of drying time is necessary for get succeed to not get the colors and things like blurry. And I have more liquid acrylic paints. Yes, here ochre and the amber colors. Perfectly to add like more grunginess to the projects. And like before, I'm putting my brush into the bottle directly. So I'm having a smaller brush and a little bit here and there, not everywhere, but here and there some pieces. And look, wow, it looks amazing already only with one color. But always when you add like more, you can have a little bit more depth to the project. That's why I'm doing the amber. And yes, I'm happy. It looks great. It's time for even more products. I like to add some mechanicals, some metallics. I love layering. So you see me adding more things to my project, and here I have this paper doll guy that will be my focal point. It's a perfect stand here on the machinery park that he is the boss of. Yes, this little guy is the boss of the machinery park, and the tag is like the door for the machinery park, and he is a good boss for this machinery park because he have wings. Not everything from my molds is not dry, but that's the good one because I can change around where I will have everything. And yeah, playing around and try to find where I will add things. So even more and leave everything for drying, and I pick like items on my table, and then I see if I find the right place for them. Sometimes I have picked a lot of items and sometimes less. This time I didn't wanted to hide all of the beautiful molds. I like to see the pipes and the gears and taps from the molds. So you can see sometimes that it can be hard to find where to add stuff. But try out where you want to add it, and suddenly you find like a place where it feels okay, and you glue it. And if it doesn't feel okay, change it while you haven't decided. That's very, very easy because you're using the gel. And how long the gel takes time to dry depends on the humidity where you live, how kind of weather you have. I know in summer times here in Sweden where I live, when it's a really hot summer day, everything dries up like in a 2 hour. Winter time, because I don't have any stove or like things at my home, it can take like 24 hours to get everything complete dry. So I always leave my projects during the night for drying. Now it's time for some extra shine. And of course, I'm using waxes for that. I start with the basic color, Bronze Age, and having like a small brush, and I'm tapping a little bit here and there. It's very close to the amber and ochre color, but it gives like extra shine, and I really enjoy that to highlight some places. Now it's time for the red amber. It's very rich of color, and like I want to highlight some pieces, not go over everywhere, uh, only add for some highlights to give like extra effect to my project. And it's like a coppery, more reddish look, and it's really beautiful to give some highlight to more shiny and metallic look. And the little guy, he will be perfect here to watch the machinery here. So I have a piece of cardboard, so he will be more dimensional out from the project. So it's good to have the cardboard in behind because it's a paper doll, so it helps him to dry flat. I really like how it looks, but I want to give some extra effect. I have the brass color from the project, no, from the paste. No, the brass color is from the patina effect paste, and it's beautiful. And even I'm adding a little bit from highlight here and there. The brass color from the patina effect paste is just amazing. And you see me that I painted the light bulb with that color on the back side because I want to give it like an extra color in the back side. I have like a seaming bind, like a ribbon. I wet the color, and now you see me cleaning the brush with the brass and adding water, so it will be a different kind of color on my seaming bind. It's like a ribbon, and this one it's so easy to give color to. And I have dry my binding, and now I'm stamping. I'm stamping that from the text stamp from Finnabair and making incredible ribbon. And this was so fun. I think I need to do more ribbons. Yes, of course, I must do ribbons. It looks grungy and messy, and it have the text. I like it, and make it even more grungy. And yeah, it look perfect on this perfect tag to have on a gift or to give away instead of a card. So remember all the products, paints and everything. Add some water and you can use it on fabric or ribbons or things like that. It's perfect. And now for the bulb to add on the project. And yes, it will be perfect here. My angel, my guardian here. Good guy. And yeah, it's look really nice. Thank you, and please leave a comment and see you soon again. Bye bye.